Well, it finally happened. I had a fucking asshat bus driver kick me off the bus because I didn't have a mask on me. You know, I thought it was in my shirt pocket. When I got stopped, I reached for it, wasn't there. You know, I was putting the band of my headphones across my mouth, across my face, you know, which is every bit as effective of a mask as 3/4 of the bus riders I see that are just wearing their masks across their chins like a chin strap. But no, fucking asshat driving the bus. I had a problem with that. And the thing was, I rode over a mile before he started to have an issue with it. And then when he wanted to make a big stink about it, stopped the bus for quite a while. Oh man, I wish I'd have had my phone ready to record it because it was freaking ridiculous. Oh man, told him to. Oh my God, I just can't freaking believe it. Absolutely can't freaking believe it. I say, he called the police. It's going to be on. There's a mask. Fabulous. Oh my God, what a fucking asshat. Yeah, refused to, you know, it's like, hey, if you got a mask, I'll put one on. But, you know, what am I supposed to, what the fuck am I supposed to do if I don't have something like that, you know? If you're going to require one, you need to provide it. I don't think that's asking too much. And then, of course, when he calls the police, he completely took his mask off to do that. And he's like, well, I'm talking. I said, I had it off. He goes, I had it off because I was talking on the phone. I said, man. I said, what? Do you think talking on the phone gives you an exemption? I have a phone. Now I'm talking on it. Are you going to shut the fuck up about it and drive the bus? Oh, man. Can't freaking believe it. And just for the record, there was only 2 other people on the bus. One dude just once the guy stopped and opened and stuff, he just got frustrated and just left. He just left the dang bus. And then, sure, everything was recorded, audio and video, so I get some good footage of that. I don't know what they're gonna do about it. I don't give a shit. Fucking stupid fucking shit. God, I want my car back. Shouldn't have to deal with that level of fucking idiocracy. Oh, there's a creek there. I'm not gonna be able to cross if I keep walking that way. Where is there? Oh, it's a pond and that drains into it. That's neat. Never noticed that before. Oh, so I'm walking down Camelback Road. I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm at, to be honest. It feels like I'm approaching 36th Street. No, I'm approaching 28th Street. He let me off, booted me off it. I just, after just having a shouting match with the guy, I just went ahead and left. Like, dude, I ain't got. So what am I? If I don't have a mask, what the fuck am I supposed to do? He ain't providing one. He goes, well, they would sell them at Safeway. What the fuck, dude? You think I'm made of money? I said, man, I ain't got no cash. I'm disabled. Oh, I can't fucking believe this shit. So, yeah, I called the police. I just made a point that I could be heard loudly on the recording. It's like, yeah, this guy's not wearing a mask either. I said I offered to cover my face, and he said that wasn't good enough. He fucking died and made you just the person who decides what is and isn't a mask. And what a bunch of horse shit that is. Oh. Trying to remember how far the Route 60 goes. Hopefully this will do for my transfer to the Route 60. Guy's like, it's a law. I said, show me the law. There's a sign right there. It's not a law, that's a sign. I could make a sign that says, your ugly ass isn't allowed on this bus, and then say it's a law. That's not a law, it's just a sign. It's like, I don't care, I get paid by the hour. I'm like, yeah, that's all you're doing is just wasting taxpayer dollars, and you're supposed to be getting people where they're going. saw a cop go the other way. Hopefully he's not looking for me. I would imagine at this point is shorthanded. You know, I didn't assault the guy. I yelled at him. Fuck yeah, I yelled at him. He yelled at me, pissed me the fuck off. But I didn't. I don't think I made any threats of violence, and I didn't lay a hand on anybody or cause any damage to the bus. So I don't think they can actually say that there was anything criminal that transpired. There's a bus sitting waiting on 28th Street. I'd be willing to bet money that's my Route 60. I would hope the guy was courteous enough to call back in and say that I left, so they're not wasting police resources on that. If you ask me, that's a waste of police resources anyway. Phoenix has got a real shortage of police right now. You're gonna waste it because some guy doesn't have a mask, who's sitting ridiculously, very, very extremely distanced from everybody. I mean, there was no one sitting anywhere near me. There were only 2 people on the entire bus. Absolutely ridiculous. Another restaurant hiring, ain't that anything special? So, yeah, I don't. There was a sign on that bus stop saying which buses stop there. Be nice to know if that's one that the 60 stops at. But I don't have no internet on me right now. And I don't have phone service where I can call and ask the 253-5000 number. Oh, I'm so pissed. No time for this bullshit. God, I want my car back. That's so fucking. People who advocate for it, hey, take the bus. You take the bus, bitch. You know, the last bus I was on, it didn't say shit about it. There were other people on the bus that didn't have it. You know, the last bus driver I had that was making issue about a mask. And interesting enough, like I had a mask, it just wasn't on as I was talking on the phone. And he was pretty aggro. The guy had a mohawk too. He was pretty aggro to everybody, every adult that came on the bus without a mask on, or that he didn't think was wearing the mask adequately. Aggro about it. I did tell that guy, that last driver, I said, I'd like to see you remove me from this bus. He didn't even get out of his seat. In fact, he went as far as to raise his little window up. What a fucking chicken shit. I'm gonna call the police because I'm scared of old guy. God. So yeah, so anyway, that other driver, yeah, I said something to every single adult that got on the bus. They didn't feel was wearing their mask adequately or didn't have one upon getting on. And I'm just like, dude, I'm on the phone. I put it on, you know, whatever. Fucking asshole. And but then when a bunch of teenagers got on, like about 4 stops later, 2/3 of them were not wearing masks. He didn't say a word to them. Did not say a word. And now I'm regretting that I didn't call him out for it. Really regretting I didn't call him out for it. Fucking hate uneven enforcement. That's just bullshit. I did tell the guy who was discriminating against me because I was white, which I had no evidence of that, but it just felt like a fun time to play a race card, since that seems to be such a trendy thing to do these days. What a fucking ass. 26th Street. see what route that is there. That's a not in service. You know, I get the feeling where I saw that bus parked over on 36th is probably, that's probably where they queue up for the Route 60, but they don't, the Route 60 doesn't actually service, like it turns on the not in service and doesn't actually service the space between 24th Street and 36th Street. Of course, here's another bus stop. No sign on it indicating what route service it. Which I guess is the standard for Phoenix bus stops now. And that one's a 50. So yeah, I'm guessing this last half mile, the 60 drives it, but doesn't service it. Which to me is asinine. Like, you don't have a bus going down a street. Why would you not provide transportation on that street? Especially if it's regularly going down that street for that half mile and then parking at a spot. Like, are these not all service areas and stops? I cannot believe just how, it's just a mammoth pain in the ass all this is. All right, I'm just repeating myself. I'm just frustrated. This is kind of neat. Sometimes forget this little bit of pedestrian infrastructure exists. I don't think I've ever walked through it before. Usually I drive on Camelback. And I've never come this way on my scooter before, which actually I think I want to do sometime. This is neat. So yeah, the road goes up, sidewalk goes down, along with the, goes down lower than the parking lot of the mall to my right. That's Biltmore Fashion Square. Kind of a high-end luxury mall. And to the right, we got a walkway that goes directly to an entrance of the mall. And to the left, wow, that's gorgeous. I have never come in here before. Wow. That elaborate flooring. It's lit through glass bricks. That's neat. Look at the ceiling. This is freaking cool. Service door there. This is really neat. And it goes to the shopping center on the south. Looks like it goes directly up to the AMC theaters, which, as I believe, if I recall right, this particular theater does the like movie and a dinner thing, and also serves drinks. If I remember right, I haven't gone to a movie in quite some time. I just love this ornate flooring. It's beautiful. I would have never guessed that that's what it was like under here. I kind of assumed it would be one of those typical, about as wide as the sidewalk, you know, like 6 foot wide, just a little hole under the road. I mean, I expected that one to be lit for sure, but wow, I didn't expect anything as grandiose as that. Which almost makes you wonder if the property developers, the property owners to the north and the south, if they paid for this, or if that was paid for with taxpayer money, because that was paid for by the city of Phoenix. That's pretty fucked up. The city of Phoenix puts in amenities like that in ritzy parts of town like this, but then leaves the bulk of the city is such god-awful shitty pedestrian infrastructure. Do not cross here, use underpass, city of Phoenix. Now, obviously, even if the developers did it, it's major approval from the city. I don't know, I'm curious, and I'll probably never find out. I don't know why I'm still shooting video. There's no purpose. I don't even know if I'll upload this one. You know, and am I in the wrong for not having a mask? Yeah, arguably I am. But you're going to demand something like that, especially when you're handling a population, you know, people who ride the bus, they're largely very, very economically disadvantaged. They have other sorts of disabilities, you know, both mental and physical. Doesn't seem like it's too much supply of mask. I mean, the one time I was asked on the rail, you know, hey, that way I didn't have a mask. Most of the time I do ride with a mask on. I'm not trying to be difficult. I just don't always have one on me. And I don't have money to be pissing away on fucking bullshit masks. So, yeah, it's pretty pretty frustrating. But yeah, no, the woman that had asked about it, I just told her, it's like, I don't have a mask, but if you have one, I'll gladly put it on. And she handed me one that was actually sealed in plastic, which I thought was really nice. I don't see where that's, that's too difficult of a thing to be provided. Yeah, nicer amenities for the pedestrians in the nice part of town. Actually have some shade here for the pedestrians waiting to cross the road at this intersection, because it's an upscale part of town. This is Biltmore Fashion Park. Oh. Assuming that's the Route 32 southbound right there. Oh no, sorry, Route 20. Actually, no, it is the Route 70. This one always throws me for a loop when I see it pop up as a recommended transfer, which I did use it the other day when I went out to Trey's karaoke show. Recommended that I take the 29 Thomas bus to go to Far East Mesa. It recommended I go westbound on the 29 Thomas bus to that bus that just went past me on 24th Street, and then take 24th Street down to catch the light rail to the end of the light rail. Actually, it didn't say to go to the end of the light rail. It said to get off at I want to say Stapley, because I think the light rail ends just a little bit before Gilbert. It said to take it to Stapley, and I should have paid attention to that little detail, because where the light rail ends, there's actually no transfer to the bus that goes down Main, which it seems absolutely asinine to me. There's a transit center, which is also a park and ride, which is part of the. And I really wish I'd have made a video of it, and in fact, at some point, I think I will. There's a transit center there. Thanks for parking in the crosswalk, dude. Thank you for that. There's a I can smell the weed coming out of that car. There's a so there were I want to say 6, maybe 7 little individual like benches with shade, bus stop type things, little bays for each bus to stop inside the transit center. And the way they were marked is the first one I went said, I'm probably going to say the wrong route number, but I think it said 30. Whatever the bus is, it's the bus number of the bus that goes. Crossing my fingers, I can get this bus here. It says 30. Whatever the bus number is, the one that goes down Main, it had that number on it. No indication of whether it was, eastbound or westbound, which to me would suggest that both the eastbound and the westbound bus stopped there. And then I walked past the next shelter, and it said no buses stop at this location. And then I walked to the next shelter, and it said no buses stop at this location. And then there's like an administration building behind it, and everything was closed. If there was a restroom, I certainly didn't see it. And it's like a horseshoe, and I walk around it. And then there was, I can't remember if there's 3 or 4 stops on the other side. Actually, the first, nice headlights, dude. The next bay after the one that had the route number for the Main Street bus, it had a different route number on it, and I think it said like eastbound. And then the next one said no buses at this location. And then on the other side there were like 3 that said no buses at this location. And then the last one was the same route as the second one that I passed, but with the opposite direction. Like one was eastbound, one was a little westbound. And I just kind of walked through. I'm like, well, that's makes this a pretty damn useless transit center. A lot of tax money wasted here, creating these grandiose bus benches and shelters that are serviced by nothing. Like, why is this here? I mean, I get why the park and ride lot is there, for people to get on the train, but why are all these little bus spaces here if they're not serviced by any buses? This is in Mesa, which, by the way, Mesa's bus infrastructure is unbelievably bad, way worse than Phoenix's. And then, ironically, the best bus infrastructure in the valley is directly west of Mesa in the city of Tempe. So it's real abrupt, like what the service is
on the one side of the border versus the other side. You'd be amazed how many buses like don't service stops once you get into Mesa. They just make a U-turn and head back the other direction through Tempe and back into Phoenix, as opposed to going full length of Maine or I'm sorry, not Maine, but University, Southern, or Baseline, which are the through streets that go east and west through Phoenix, Tempe, and Mesa. Anyway, so I go back to the spot that says it's the Main Street bus. They're out, and it doesn't even say it's the Main Street bus. It just has the number on it. But I've got the ride thing open in my the website open in my phone. It's that internet service then, and it says so I know that's the bus to get on. And I sit there for a while. I'm like the only one sitting there, and I'm looking. It's like, wow, the bus should have been here by now. But I hadn't seen any bus whatsoever pull through that transit center the whole time I was there. And finally, I was just like, well, I may as well walk up to the intersection. It's about a quarter-mile walk, maybe a little less than that, more like an eighth-mile walk over to. It is a notable walk though, over to Gilbert Road, and at Gilbert Road there was a McDonald's. That was pretty ridiculous too. They had trying to limit it to everything but the drive-through, but the sign said drive-through only, but somebody came out, so I went in as they opened the door, and they did take my order. They had 4 kiosks for ordering, all of them out of order. I had to wait for a person to come out and take my order, but it's all good. I got my burgers, but then I noticed signs saying how they severely limited their indoor hours, so that's cool. Yeah, you only provide service to people that have cars. That's not discriminatory at all, assholes. I feel like I'm done supporting McDonald's and places that have those kind of policies. In fact, I went by the Wednesday when I went over to the Union Jack. As I walked over there, they had their lobby closed at the McDonald's right there on Frank Lloyd Wright, just north of Union Jack. And I was thinking about opening up the McDonald's app and just opening and having them deliver, having them walk the food out to one of those little parking spots and just sitting down in the parking spot. And I was like, why do I want to give my business to a business that clearly is going out of their way not to have me as a customer? And I remembered that on the other side of the freeway was a Taco Bell. So I went over there, and I much prefer Taco Bell anyway. And had a great Taco Bell experience, I might add. So, I don't see the bus, but I hear what sounds like a bus. Okay, I see it now. It's hard to see. This is the one I need. I better get my mask on.